Hi, this is Mohit Chauhan, and you're listening to DC 1170 AM.
DC 1170 AM, radio that listens to you. With 50,000 watts of power, you're listening to KLOK, San Jose, San Francisco, and Oakland, the most powerful Desi radio station in America, a Universal Media Access-owned radio station.
Rachna's Wellness presents MahaLoser contest. Lose weight and win prizes. Hi, this is Rachna from Rachna's Wellness and Rachna Radio. Our MahaLoser contest starts April 9th. If you are looking to lose inches, especially from your waistline, and also win prizes, this program is for you. A complete 2-month contest that includes personalized Desi meal plans and exercise sessions. You will lose anywhere from 3 to 8 inches from your waistline. Contestants can actually participate remotely or even on site. Visit our website at rachnaradio.com to register or give us a call at 408-320-8111. Again, remember the contest. The MahaLoser contest is starting on April 9th. Visit our website, rachnaradio.com, for registration or to set up an appointment. Give us a call, 408-320-8111.
I know you want me, you know I want you. I know you want me, you know I want you. I know you want me, you know I want you. I know you want me, you know I want you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
When you touch away, I'll make you hot, get on you, gotta make you wanna say
Now listen,
get up,
that's right.
stand up, clap your hands, man. I'll make you wanna dance, I'll make you wanna move. I'll drop through Sonia, I can put you in the mood.
Hello everyone, welcome to Rachna's Fitness Show. I'm your host Rachna. This show is all about getting you off the couch and getting you working out. Studio number 408-912-5565. Again, 408-912-5565. You're listening to Rachna's Fitness Show. And of course, we take calls about nutrition, exercise, weight loss. I've been actually coming on air since about 2009 now, more than 7 years. And I'm the owner of Rachna's Wellness that was started back in 2005. And we've, of course, organized a lot of fitness programs. Our center physically is located in Sunnyvale, California, but of course, a lot of clients now are remote. That means you can actually attend any of our programs, any of our courses from wherever that you live. You do not have to come down if you cannot, drive down if you live in a different state or a country, or you just live far, or your schedule just does not allow you to come down. You're definitely welcome to give me a call. I'll be happy to have you attend classes remotely, attend complete programs remotely. Okay, so again, हमारी वेबसाइट आप विजिट कर सकती हो to get some information. हमारे programs के बारे में, directions, address and all that stuff, contact information. Our website is rachnaradio.com, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com. And you can always give us a call at 408-320-8111. Again, 408-320-8111. Pretty excited about a program that's starting, or the contest. In fact, it's more of a contest than a program. It's a program and a contest, but if I would put it that way, it's called the MahaLoser, and the name says it all. Maha means, of course, the person loses the most, weight-wise, inches-wise. So the MahaLoser contest for this year is starting on April 9th. So if you're interested in being a part of this contest so that you could lose a lot of inches and weight at the same time, be excited about winning prizes, because that's the whole point. I'm definitely going to make sure, again, in a friendly, competitive way. But yeah, if you're someone who really wants to get competitive, that's fine. But yes, the goal is to get as many inches and pounds off the body. And the contest, or the winners, will actually be selected based upon the percentage of weight loss, because I do understand a lot of people have different amounts of weight to lose. Let's say someone has to lose 20 pounds or 10 pounds based upon the overall body weight. So the winners are going to be based upon the overall percentage of weight lost from the body, as opposed to the total number of pounds lost, because I think that's the fair decision to make. Okay, so the contest is starting April 9th. For registration, we are getting a lot of participants, and I'm pretty excited about it. We are building up teams. So it's pretty exciting stuff going on. So if you are still, or you still haven't registered and you've been thinking about it, now would be a good time to give us a call and get registered. You can just actually go on my website directly and go register yourself. RachnaRadio.com. Pe jaake go find on the top that says products, I guess, products and services. You'll find a program that says MahaLoser starts April 9th. So go register yourself, send us a registration, and I'll be happy to get you all the details and get you registered so that you can start coming in, attending sessions. Again, like I mentioned, sessions, you can actually be a part of this contest again from wherever that you live in the world. If you win, you're going to be sent your prizes, so you don't have to be local, which is pretty nice. So again, if you want to be a part of this program, either you're local or not local, definitely go to my website. आप मुझे call करके भी question पूछ सकते हैं. I'll be happy to take your registration over the phone. So again, the MahaLoser contest is starting on April 9th. I know there's a spring break coming up for a week, which I didn't realize before, but yes, there is a spring break. I know a lot of people have been asking me to push it out a week. I'm still going to shoot for April 9th, but again, I will have a batch. So if you get registered, if you want to start rather on April 16th or 17th after the spring break of the kids finish, that should be fine too. We'll just have to set it up that way. So the results will come a week later. So again, MahaLoser contest starts April 9th. If you're interested, give us a call to get registered, 408-320-8111. Studio number 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. इस फोन पे आप अभी कॉल करके क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं अपनी एक्सरसाइज से रिलेटेड, न्यूट्रिशन से रिलेटेड, हमारे कॉन्टेस्ट से रिलेटेड, और इन जनरल ईटिंग, एक्सरसाइज, वेट लॉस, वेट गेन, स्ट्रेंथ गेन, मेटाबॉलिज्म गेन, आप कॉल कर सकते हैं. अगेन हमारा स्टूडियो का नंबर है 408-912-5565. There's something I wanted to talk about today, not really connected with fitness, or in general, it is about health and wellness. And so wanted to give information about something I was reading yesterday. I want to share that with you. We've all, especially when it comes to cumin, जिसको हम जीरा कहते हैं, there are a couple of different varieties of cumin. And interesting, there are three. In fact, one of them is not even connected to cumin at all, but it has a lot of health benefits, especially when it comes to decreasing your triglycerides, जिसको कहा जाता है cumin, black cumin seed. Now, interesting part is that this black cumin seed is no way related to the regular cumin जो हम खाते हैं, even if it's the regular cumin or the black cumin जो हम खाते हैं. So again, if you all know, there are two, and I'll probably get to that in just a second, but the अलग-अलग तरह के, एक जो regular जीरा होता है और एक काला जीरा जिसको हम कहते हैं, they are not at all connected to what we're talking about, the black cumin seed oil. It comes from a seed. It's a different plant. They're no way connected. Has a lot of good benefits, especially, and I'll get to that in a second. But let's go first of all talk about cumin versus black cumin. What is the difference? I think when it comes to culinary word, things can go by names that don't necessarily describe what they are. In fact, it's funny. The most funny example would be culinary में जो use होता है is called rose hips. I mean, that's a good example, right? I mean, things have names that really don't go, and that's what I wanted to get to. One of the times, like I said, this is the example of the black cumin seed, which comes from a completely different plant than cumin or even the black cumin. Okay, it's confusing, right? In Indian cooking, there are two types of cumin seeds हम use करते हैं, जिसको जीरा कहा जाता है. There's a common cumin seed, and then there's a darker, smaller one, a little bit, थोड़ा सा पतला, and a smaller one, which is जिसको काला जीरा or the black cumin कहा जाता है. Neither cumin or the black cumin is the black cumin seed. Okay. In fact, you might even find some products, erroneously, they just name it as the black cumin seed, but they're absolutely, these three things are different. Okay, they're just different things, especially the black cumin seed or the black cumin seed oil milta hai is not at all jisko aap jeera ka oil bologe. They're just two different things, absolutely. So the common cumin seed, first of all, let's talk about that. The basic jo hum jeera use karte hain, having originated in, it was reading about it. It's actually originated in Mediterranean areas. It's one of the many ancient seeds used by Romans, both as a spice and as a medicine. The Egyptians used it too, principally to preserve bodies prior to mummification. Interestingly, and that's the reason, in fact, you find achar mein kai baar jeera dala jata hai. A lot of, if you eat meat products, you might have seen a lot of sausages. Agar aap bazaar se sausage loge ya other meats loge, uske andar cumin dala hota. And you might wonder, and we've always wondered that why would they have to add cumin? I mean, maybe they like the flavor. No, it's actually preservative. That's the reason. And like I said, that's when Mediterranean Egyptians used it too, to preserve before they would add it to the bodies before mummification. So interestingly, it is used as a preservative. And like I said, that's one of the reasons why cumin is a very common ingredient in sausages and other meats that you might buy from the store. Cumin contains high amounts of iron. Studies show, of course, it's good for weight loss, improving insulin metabolism, and also blood triglycerides and whatnot. Medicinally, India may people still use cumin as a medicine. In fact, when a little kid is born or a baby is born and sometimes they have digestion issues, you might have seen, or if you haven't done that, okay, something happened here. Oh, well. Okay, so you might have seen कि a lot of time you'll probably see कि बच्चे को कहा जाता है उसको जीरा का पानी दो because it's a good digestion. It's actually used for digestion, so it's for stomach trouble, digestion, and whatnot. So that's the regular cumin, right? And then we have the black cumin seed. Okay, I'm sorry, not the seed. Black cumin, just the regular जिसको हम काला जीरा कहते हैं. Okay, so let's go talk about that for a second. इसका जो plant होता है black cumin का is about 2 feet tall. Okay, kala jeera, it kind of looks the same as jeera, but it's a little bit slightly shorter and has a dull, dark, gray kind of a color, or maybe blackish or a grayish, color, as opposed to the regular jeera, which is lighter in color, right? It has, again, a lot of good benefits. But again, let's go talk about the main one I wanted to get to today, which is called the black cumin seed. This is not at all the same as the cumin or the jeera or the black cumin जो हम खाते हैं. So what is called is the black cumin seed. इसका scientific name है Nigella sativa, and it has a lot of health benefits. Black cumin seed, from which the black seed oil is derived, is an annual flowering plant. इसका plant जो होता है about 3 feet बड़ा होता है, and इसके जो fruit pods होते हैं filled with seeds. उससे oil बनाया जाता है. It has an amazing ability to lower inflammation, strengthen your immune system. Alzheimer's disease को treat करने के लिए बहुत बार use होता है. It actually enhances memory and attention. It helps to deal with a lot of chronic allergies. So what I would suggest if you're looking to go and buy black cumin seed oil, we're not talking about cumin, but the black cumin seed oil, like I said, it's a different thing. Make sure that the botanical name is listed as is required by law, and it states it is Nigella sativa. Black cumin seed oil should always be, I would probably suggest get it from a good company because it, especially when it comes to things like these, there's a lot of, so go for organic, get a good brand name and whatnot if you want to go get that. But like I said, it's very good to decrease inflammation, strengthen the immune system, okay, and also increase memory. What else? What I would say, if you don't want to get the oil, the best is probably just get the seeds. Black cumin seeds आपको बाजार में बहुत सारे stores में मिल जाएंगे. All you can do is, soak the seeds overnight. Then you can put them in a smoothie or something. They're a little on the bitter side. So maybe you want to put a little sweetener like monk fruit, stevia, and gives it a little tasty boost. And that's pretty much it. But जो black cumin seeds मिलते हैं, not black cumin seeds को पानी में रात को भिगो के उसके जो seeds होंगे उसको आप अगले दिन smoothie में डाल के पी सकते हो. I mean, it's going to give you a little nutty flavor, and it has a lot of health benefits like I mentioned. Okay, so that was that. Again, studio number 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. आप सुन रहे हैं रचना को रचना's Fitness Show पे. Again, wanted to mention our MahaLoser contest is starting April 9th. If you want to be part of this contest and lose a lot of weight, stay on the top of everything, it's a 2-month course that I'm definitely going to focus on as much motivation as is required. And I would work with every single person. We're going to divide people into teams and really get it really good in a very healthy way, but really get competitive about it. Again, starts this weekend, which is April 9th. If that specific day does not work for you, please give me a call. I can always schedule alternate sessions for you, and that's perfectly fine. So again, the program officially is starting this weekend, which is April 9th. It is a contest called MahaLoser. So if you are looking to lose inches and still win prizes at the same time, I mean, it's a win-win. You've lost inches, you've lost weight, and at the same time, you probably might be winning prizes. So the contest is starting this weekend, April 9th, called the MahaLoser, organized by Rachna's Wellness, RWC. If you're interested in being a part of this contest, give me a call. I can get you registered. You can also go on my website, go register yourself. Go to my website, rachnaradio.com, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com. And I think I've also posted a link of this on my Facebook page. Facebook pe jaake go find Rachna Radio, Facebook page, Rachna Radio, and you should see a link on my page, and that will lead you directly for the registration of this program. Again, starts this weekend. Again, this is a program that I'm really putting a lot of my heart and soul into, and I really want to get it the best motivation, because it is a contest. So please do not get your registrations into me on Sunday morning or Saturday. That would be way too much late. I might have to turn you away because it's just going to be very complicated for me. So if you are interested in registering, you have to do it definitely before Saturday, or earlier possible, so you get in the right team. Okay, so getting back to our show, studio number 408-912-5565. Next thing wanted to talk about is migraines. माइग्रेन जो है इतनी कॉमन है एंड समटाइम्स लोग इतनी सारी मेडिसिन में अटके रह जाते हैं कि ये मेडिसिन है माइग्रेन के लिए, ये मेडिसिन है माइग्रेन के लिए. ऑल दे कुड बी इज डेफिशिएंट इन सम vitamins. Or maybe something external, and they could easily turn away from that and avoid the migraines, as opposed to getting on a lot of medications for migraines, which of course come with a lot of side effects. So migraine, first of all, I'm going to talk about a bunch of things about migraine. Let's talk about that. First of all, migraines affect about, sirf is country mein, they affect about 38 million people just in this country alone. Worldwide, they affect more than 1 billion people are affected by migraine, making migraine the third most prevalent illness in the world. Making migraine the third most prevalent illness in the world. It can come to young and old, but the majority of sufferers are women and are kind of between the age of 35 to 55. It could be younger people, but that's a typical age for migraines, and mostly women do suffer from migraines more than men. More than men. Just wanted to mention that. Despite its prevalence, researchers still struggle to exactly understand how and why migraines occur. You know, there's a lot of reasons. Some people say nerve constriction hai, kai log kehte hain nerve enlargement ke karan hota hai. So a lot of different reasons coming from, so that's the reason there's so many medications, and sometimes it's just a hit and trial with medications. Okay. Adding to the complexity, there are several types of migraines. Again, there are different types of migraines. Now, what sets migraines apart from other headaches? First of all, migraine attacks are typically reoccurring, of moderate to severe intensity, many times occurring only on one side of the head. You might have, again, it's not a rule of thumb, but mostly a lot of people who have migraines would say that this part of the head hurts more than the other part. Okay, they kind of feel maybe a throbbing or a piercing or a burning pain. Another common symptom that kind of come with migraine would be nausea. It could be visual disturbances, dizziness, आपको लग सकती है, numbness in the face, and extreme sensitivity to light. अब जैसे लाइट को देखोगे आपको और सिर दर्द बढ़ती है उससे. Sound, smell, touch, everything really kind of even exaggerates it. So that is what typically migraine is, and headaches probably don't have those kind of extreme symptoms. An attack of migraine may last a couple of hours or even as long as 3 days in a lot of people. Sometimes darkness helps it. A lot of people have to just go and lie in the dark because the body gets very sensitive to light, to the neuron transmitters of the light. So that means sometimes all you have to do is you just have to go in the dark and lie down for some time, and then you might be okay. Generally speaking, migraine is thought to be a disorder in the central nervous system, most likely originating in a brain. Again, like I said, migraine are more common in women than in men, and it has been linked to a lot of hormonal influences, and that's the reason why it kind of, occurs a little bit more commonly in women than in men. Okay, and okay, so now what does a migraine feel like? What does a migraine feel like? A migraine is more than a bad headache, first of all. In a great article, which migraine sufferers were asked to describe their pain. So उन्होंने क्या किया, whoever suffered migraine, they asked them, how do you describe, what does migraine feel like? So here are some of the interesting answers that were actually received for people who actually suffer from migraines. One of them said, my head feels like it's in a vice. Triggers include, and this person said, trigger hota hai unko stress, weather change, physical exertion, lack of sleep, wrong food, artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners to itne bure hain, all I can say is that, or you can stay away from that, but especially people who have migraines, you should never have anything diet at all, ever. Artificial sweeteners, aspartame ki tarah, are commonly known to trigger migraine. Okay, so doctors, of course, suggest a lot of people to maybe, write down ki kab aata hai, time aata hai, so kind of, you know where it's coming, so how you can avoid it. So that's one person said, that my head feels like it's in a vice. Another person said it's like a light fixture starts to go out. So this patient describes the effect of a different kind of a migraine, where something flickering is in front of the light, and they feel things going here and there. Their peripheral vision goes a little shorter, smaller, and their जो उनका range of vision है थोड़ी देर के लिए कम हो जाता है. So those are another symptoms, that things just try to go really fast around them, and that's another level of migraine. So that's another person. Another person said is that it's like I've been staring at the sun. So imagine you start looking at the sun for a long time, so you're right above your nose, your eyes, and the upper forehead starts to hurt. So that's what another person said. That's what a migraine feels like. Okay. And another person said, it's like I'm on a ship, I'm a storm or a ship, and the ship is going up and down, and that's what it feels like. I just feel I'm going here and there. It's like I'm sitting in a roller coaster and whatnot. Newer studies, of course, are now confirming that migraines are caused by blood flow increase of nearly 300%. So what happens, that's where a lot of researchers are now suggesting or proving that migraine jo hoti hai, it actually increases the blood flow by 300%. Despite that, the interesting part is that circulation appears normal or even slightly reduced once the attack is in full swing. Once the migraine gets fully swing, unhone notice kiya hai, they really don't see any blood flow high. So the question remains, why? Okay. Again, not going to go into too much complicated. I could probably go in a little bit more detail about how the nerve vessels, but I'll probably skip that part today. Let's go and talk about the main part, which is nutritional deficiencies. So like I said, these are the basic symptoms. And agar aap is tarah ki aapko pain hoti hai, then you probably do suffer from migraine. Now, before you opt into taking medications, and a lot of medications, like I said, do come with side effects. You might want to consider that you might be just deficient in a nutrient. And the first one, I mean, इससे ज़्यादा important तो हो ही नहीं सकता. अगर आप मुझे migraine बोलोगे, तो मैं आपसे first चीज़ बोलूँगी, are you deficient in magnesium? Okay, that's the very first one. So magnesium. I think we had some signal issues. I'm back again on. Okay. So magnesium. And magnesium deficiency results in low levels of magnesium in the brain, and which causes the brain to become irritated and trigger migraine attacks. So if you have a magnesium deficiency, most probably you're going to have headaches. Most probably you're going to have because what happens जब आपकी body में magnesium कम होता है, what is magnesium required for? Magnesium is required for every single cell in the body needs magnesium. Every time it does anything, every cell needs magnesium. अगर आपकी body magnesium में depleted है, तो what the body is going to do is actually going to start secreting everything out of the brain. So your brain is further deprived of magnesium. So that means of course, you're going to have migraine. So the first thing that you want to consider is magnesium deficiency. Okay. So very important. So again, not going to detail, you want to go check, and you probably should be taking about maybe 300 to 400 milligrams a day of magnesium. I think that applies to every person, but especially for migraine people, that is something that you just should be doing. Now, what are the foods rich in magnesium? Dark leafy greens. जितने भी leafy greens होते हैं dark color के, nuts and seeds. Wild Alaskan salmon is a very good. Avocado, in fact, it's amazing, but avocado is a very high source of magnesium, and also bananas. And even yogurt made from organic or grass-fed cows. Now, another thing that could be happening, we talked about what deficiency could it be for you to have migraines. We talked about magnesium. The next one could be calcium. Now, again, if I go back and explain you, magnesium, calcium, vitamin D, all these things work in coordination. इनमें से कोई भी एक balance खराब हो जाएगा, तो your body is probably going to have a symptom of migraine. So, again, to mention, the next one is calcium. Magnesium and calcium interact with each other on every second basis. Your magnesium levels may be low or may be in balance, but if your calcium levels are deficient, you may still be at risk of migraines. If your blood, or also on the other side, अगर आपके blood में ज़्यादा calcium है, your body may excrete extra calcium. This can also trigger a loss of magnesium, because जितना ज़्यादा calcium आपकी body में होगा, उतना ज़्यादा आपकी body को magnesium चाहिए होगा, so it starts to deplete calcium further away. That means you further end up in something what is called magnesium deficiency. So if you are overdoing on calcium, that's wrong too. So if I put it that way, based upon the foods that we all eat, it's hard to be calcium deficient. And a lot of doctors are now realizing this. What you could be deficient is vitamin D and magnesium. So before you start taking a lot of calcium pills, you need to go consider your vitamin D levels क्या है और magnesium levels क्या है. Because as long as these two are fine, you should not be calcium deficient, because we get plenty of calcium from a little bit of milk and a little bit of yogurt and the vegetables and everything. बहुत calcium हमें आराम से मिल जाता है जितना हमारी body को चाहिए. The reason it doesn't get absorbed properly, because either we're vitamin D deficient or magnesium deficient. So you have to make sure कि ये दोनों हो. इससे पहले आप calcium अपना लेना शुरू कर दो बहुत सारा, especially the extra calcium. So again, to mention, so like I mentioned, all three vitamins are important. अगर आपको magnesium migraines avoid करने हैं, is magnesium, calcium, and the last one, like I said, is vitamin D. Okay, women with migraines who were tested and found to be deficient in vitamin D, found out that the occurrence and severity of these migraine attacks are reduced more than by 80% when they start on a regimen of taking vitamin D. So again, as per the study, whoever women were suffering from migraines, when they started taking vitamin D supplements per day, their migraine attacks reduced 80%. That's pretty high. Okay. The next one is B vitamins, last one, which kind of falls in the list too. Okay. Individuals with migraine headaches may have lower than necessary serotonin levels. Brain may, so again, just apna B complex low, doctor se baat karo if you're low in vitamin B's, but I think B2 and B6, but typically all B complex and especially vitamin B2 and B6 is very important to avoid migraines. So wrapping it up, the very important one, again, to wrap up this conversation on migraines, the very important one that you need to be taking agar aapko migraine hai is magnesium and vitamin D. As long as you're taking these both, your body will be absorbing the right amount of calcium. So again, aap sun rahe hain Rachna ko Rachna's Fitness Show. I know we're getting too technical, but I guess it's good to learn information, like I said, as you can go research yourself, or you can tune in every Wednesday and 12 to 1 and listen to me, because I do love to read a lot about all this stuff, and I share information based on a lot of research and experience that I do, and I read a lot. And something that I will apply in my own family and myself is what I share with you. So you're welcome to trust me on all this information that I'm sharing with you. So आप सुन रहे हैं रचना को Rachna's Fitness Show पे. आपको अगर कोई क्वेश्चन है, आप अभी हमारे स्टूडियो पे कॉल करना चाहते हैं. हमारा स्टूडियो नंबर है 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. अगर आप हमारे किसी प्रोग्राम में पार्ट होने जाते हैं, very different programs. We have programs like Just Abs, Level 1, Level 2, post-pregnancy weight loss programs. Then we also have prenatal programs. Then we have complete 3-month weight loss boot camps. And then our especially which I'm pretty excited about, starts this weekend, is the MahaLoser contest. As the name says, Ral, it is a contest that we're going to be, of course, I'm going to be pushing every single person. I want every person to be the winner. But of course, we're going to have participants, a lot of participants, and then at the same time, we're also going to have winners, and the winners will get a lot of prizes. So if you are interested in being a part of the MahaLoser contest, आप हमें contact कर सकते हैं. The contest is starting this weekend, and so I mean, what better could it be to also win something and at the same time lose inches and lose body fat and lose weight. So fun thing. So starts this weekend. If you're interested in in being a part of this batch, which is called the MahaLoser contest at RWC, आप हमें contact कर सकते हैं. We're actually going to be start organizing these events quite a bit more. We're actually going to have a lot of events coming up where I'm actually going to have one state versus another state. So we might have Washington versus California winners then going on. But it's going to be pretty exciting. But as of now, it's just for the people in California, or in fact, you can participate from wherever. But again, we're not doing the state level competitions yet. But be excited if you are interested in being part of the MahaLoser contest. ये जो अभी हमारा contest शुरू हो रहा है, वो इस weekend को शुरू हो रहा है. To get registered, to be part of this contest, just go visit my website, rachnaradio.com, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com. और वहाँ पे जाके ऊपर क्लिक करेंगे products and services, you'll see the number 1 program that says MahaLoser contest. Starts in April. Go register yourself, fill out the form, and also at the same time, अगर आप मेरे साथ फोन पे पहले बात करके करना चाहते हैं या फिर आप मेरे से मिल के आना चाहते हैं, you want to come and talk to me, you're definitely welcome to do that. हमारा phone number to get in touch with me is 408-320-8111. Again, 408-320-8111. आप मेरी वेबसाइट के थ्रू भी कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, rachnaradio.com, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com. Or you can always get in touch with us through our Facebook page. Facebook पे जाके go find Rachna Radio, and that's another way to get in touch with us. And also we have our own brand of protein powders and vitamins and supplements. अगर आप ये लेना चाहते हैं हमसे, आप हमें definitely contact कर सकते हैं. Especially our protein powders are they've been there for many, many years. And of course, the combination of vitamin D and K2, which is extremely important. Like I've mentioned many, many times, you always have to be taking vitamin D3 and vitamin K2 together. Do not take them separate, or do not take vitamin D3 alone, to be precise. So if you're looking for a combination that is vitamin D3 and vitamin K2, which is pretty hard to find, you're definitely welcome to get it from us. And again, आप हमारी website के through order कर सकते हैं products, or you can come and visit our center and get it directly from the center, or we can ship them to wherever that you live to. Okay, MahaLoser again. Contest starts this weekend. To get registered in part of this contest and lose a lot of weight and inches and be a part of a complete 2-month program before the summer gets to us and before the kids are off from school. You'll have good 2 months to focus on yourself and be fit, be healthy, lose a lot of weight, and be excited about it. Look forward to this contest. Let's get the best out of it. Let's give the best to it is all I can say. So MahaLoser starts this weekend. To get registered, give me a call, 408-320-8111, or visit my website, rachnaradio.com, or just go find Rachna's Wellness Center, Rachna's Wellness Center, and you should be able to find that way too. Okay. In fact, I know we're talking about migraines. Let's talk about some basic stuff is what you should be doing to maybe avoid triggering your migraine. Okay, I'm just going to give you some basic ideas. And the reason I'm saying that because a lot of people, especially a lot of women, suffer from migraines. First of all, migraine medications only work half of the time. सिर्फ 50% से लोगों को, उससे भी कम लोगों को से migraine medications का भी फर्क पड़ता है, first of all. And second is they also come with a lot of side effects, severe side effects. First of all, including overuse. काफी लोगों को जब एक से फर्क नहीं पड़ता, 2 गोली ले लेते हैं, 3 गोलियां ले लेते हैं, which often occurs, and that means more of the bad side effects coming along. Worse yet, if you are on the wrong kind of medication, that could be another wrong too, because they're different kind of migraines, right? You could be having, like I said, migraines could be either कि आपकी जो blood vessels are constrict हो गई है, or enlarge हो गई है. It could be either way. So if you're taking the wrong kind of medication, that's another wrong thing. All I can suggest is maybe listen to your body. See क्या चीज आपको trigger कर रही है आपकी body को migraine आपकी body में. Then maybe and I'm going to give you a bunch of ideas soon enough. So your best bet, really, so try to pin down the root cause of a migraine rather than rely on the medication each time it comes to you, strikes. Okay. Your first step is, first of all, to avoid any potential triggers. Okay. While there are many, or there could be many, something might work for one person, others something might not work for the other person. The following are some of the most common triggers that have occurred with people, and that's when they actually end up having migraine, as per a lot of researchers. So keep a journal, write it down कि आपको कब आती है. The important ones are food and drink. कि कोई चीज खाते सर आपको हमेशा सिर दर्द होती है, especially wheat and gluten. So listen to your body. So if that's something that you do every time आप किसी तरह का gluten खाते हो तो आपको headache होती है क्या? Every time you drink some kind of dairy आपको headache होती है क्या? और migraine होती है, let's put it that way. Cane sugar, corn, yeast. These are the basic food items जिससे migraines बहुत ज़्यादा related होती है. Sometimes citrus fruits do that to people. Eggs do that to a lot of people. Especially, again, अगर आप ठीक तरह से you're not getting the right kind of eggs from the right kind of farm and whatnot. Artificial preservatives, aspartame, artificial sweeteners, MSG बहुत सारे खानों में बहुत commonly डलता है. हमारे बहुत सारे देसी खानों में तो बहुत डलता है. So benzoate products, sodium benzoate is so common. It's so hard. I mean, it's kind of annoying. It's so hard to find a product without sodium benzoate nowadays. I mean, yes, you'll find out of 10, you'll probably find one item that won't have sodium benzoate, but it's pretty common, and that's a preservative, and that's been shown to have a lot of headaches and just a lot of side effects. Sodium benzoate is just, I think that should be banned, but it's जो हम अपने देसी स्टोर से ginger garlic paste लेके आते हैं, they have sodium benzoate. A lot of things that you get there have sodium benzoate. I mean, all I can say is that they're not good for you. As much you can avoid them. I know we can't 100%, but look for products, look for an item. If you're trying to find an item, go look around all the brand names, and look in the back and see if you can avoid sodium benzoate. Okay. So yeah, those are some of the triggers that you should be looking for, and see if you can possibly avoid them. Okay. Back to we've talked about migraines today. Studio number हमको फिर से दे दे 408-912-5565 408-912-5565. आप सुन रहे हैं रचना को Rachna's Fitness Show पे. To get registered in a MahaLoser contest, MahaLoser, like the name says it all, if you're looking to be a winner, or if you just want to be part of this contest, not that you want to win just because you want to be in a team of people who are really motivating you, you're motivating yourself. This is the program or the contest for you. If you want to stay on the back end and still do something and stay motivated but not be in the forefront, that's fine. I'll set it up accordingly. But I think it's good to be in a team of people that really pushing yourself in a very fun way, fun environment. And that's something I've always made in my sessions, that they have to be fun. An element of fun has to be there when you're trying to do something interesting, especially when it's coming to exercising. I mean, how you can make exercising boring, or you can also make it fun. Yes, you're going to be tired, but it has to be fun at the same time. So if you're interested in being a part of this fun contest where you're going to lose weight, be part of the very motivating, fun, uplifting environment, and at the same time, maybe win prizes, starts this weekend, called the MahaLoser, organized by Rachna's Wellness, RWC, starts this weekend, April 9th. And to get registered, or आप हमसे मुझसे पहले बात करना चाहते हो, आपको either way, you can always go to my website and register yourself, Rachna Radio, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com, or you can always give me a call to talk to me. We can talk over the phone or set up an appointment to talk about your goals. Phone number to get in touch with me is 408-320-8111. Again, 408-320-8111. Okay. Now, since we're talking about MahaLoser contest, I know a lot of people are listening and whatnot. But how to gain? What is willpower, first of all? Willpower bhi to chahiye, right? And I'll get to that in just a second more. What is even more important sometimes than willpower? But how to gain willpower to lose weight, right? How do you gain willpower? First of all, the very first one, मैं आपको बहुत 5-6 चीजें बोलूंगी जो बहुत आसान है सब follow करनी. So the first willpower to lose weight is that you have to cook at least 2 to 3 times a week healthy at home. So if you're the person who always eats out, या हमेशा कुछ गलत बन रहा है आपके घर में, at least 2 or 3 times a week, you cook at home something that's really healthy and you would officially call it healthy. So at least through it. And that's the very first thing. So again, what I'm giving you is some basic pointers on how to gain willpower to lose weight. So that's the first one. The second one is keep healthy snacks with you at all times. At all times. There should be something healthy आपके job पे पड़ाना चाहिए, आपके घर में पड़ाना चाहिए, something approachable distance. आपके पर्स में, आपके car में, there should be something to snack on, munch on healthier, that you should be in some kind of healthy reach of some kind of something at all times. The next one is keep junk food out of reach. I mean, अगर आप सामने जंक फूड अपने अलमारी में रखोगे, अपने किचन की पैंट्री में रखोगे और आप जब जॉब से 6 बजे वापस आते हो, थक के आते हो, आपने पूरा दिन बहुत बिजी है, बहुत काम थी, बहुत मीटिंग्स थी, वहाँ पे पड़ा है भुजिया आपके आंखों के सामने. I mean, it's very easy to go pick it up, and stack. And जब वो शुरू होता है, then of course, a lot of people don't stop after a couple spoons, and it kind of goes into bowls and bowls and bowls, and maybe the whole packet finishes. So, usko पिछली रात को, when you're in that motivation, I'm going to do something, I'm going to have a fantastic day today, tomorrow, whatever, go put it in the back. So when you come back in the evening, it's not right in front of you because it's hard to resist at that time. Okay, and in fact, I have very good points to share with you later about that. But that's just the next second thing. You have to keep junk food out of reach. Okay, next one is eat breakfast. If you've had a breakfast, probability you're going to have a bad lunch is going to be bad. And the probability that you're going to have a lesser appetite for dinner is also going to be lesser. So, eat breakfast. Again, breakfast has to be in controlled portions also, very important. I think this has been overdone a little bit too much because I do meet a lot of people. ये जो बात है कि आजकल सुनी जाती है बहुत common, breakfast खाओ, breakfast is a very important meal. Yes, it's an important meal of the day, but you don't have to overdo breakfast. And I've had this all the time. कि लोग सुबह उठते सार उनको लगता है कि किसी ने बोला था ब्रेकफास्ट खाना है तो वो कुकीज थोड़ी हो जाएंगे, फिर पोहा बन जाएगा, फिर उपमा बन जाएगा, फिर थोड़ी सी इडलीज बन जाएंगी एंड देन थोड़े से रस हो जाएंगे, थोड़ी बिस्किट्स हो जाएंगे साथ में बिकॉज किसी ने बोला था 2 egg whites भी हो जाएंगे साथ में just because someone said egg whites are healthy, then you're overdoing yourself. I mean, all you need is a couple 100 calories and you should be up and going, and it should be good 100 calories. उसमें carbs minimal हो, थोड़ा सा fat हो, थोड़े से protein हो, and it should be up and going. So don't overdo the breakfast. I think this term, since because I know it's been so commonly used, eat your breakfast. So वो करते I personally have seen a lot of people now they're overdoing the breakfast part. So please be careful in that too. Okay. The next one is downsize your plates. Again, how to gain willpower to lose weight. So I'm giving you a bunch of ideas. How to gain the willpower to lose weight. The next one is downsize your plates. बड़े-बड़े bowls, बड़े-बड़े चमचे, बड़े-बड़े कप, बड़े-बड़े ग्लास, उसके अंदर तो सब कुछ ही फिर ज़्यादा ही डलेगा. So downsize your plates and bowls and cups and whatnot. The next one is stay out of supermarkets, especially on an empty stomach. You just have to. You cannot go to Costco's and huge supermarkets on an empty stomach. I mean, it's very tempting to pick up all these stuff. So stay out of supermarkets, especially on empty stomach with those big, huge markets. Okay, so having talked about willpower, those things will probably give you some willpower, but there is something a little bit even more important than willpower. And I'll get to that in a second. The reason why people fail is because they try too hard, right? They try too hard. They want to be perfect for the first week. They want to do everything perfectly. And then, of course, willpower weakens at times because you're going to come across something yummy, soon enough. And there goes the willpower. Because the reason you failed, because you had set a very high expectation for yourself. You did something very hard for the first week, and then, of course, the willpower is going to weaken, and then something yummy comes your way, and it's hard to resist it, and then, of course, the willpower goes down. So the key to resisting temptation sometimes is not willpower alone. It is distraction avoidance, and acceptance. So listen to my words. So the key to resisting temptation, so if there's something yummy in front of you, and all you say is, I'm going to have a strong willpower, I'm not going to eat it because I know I'm strong. At times you will not, but at times you're going to give in to the willpower. So the key to resisting the temptation is not willpower alone at all the times. What is more important is distraction. When you see that yummy thing in front of you, you distract yourself. Or you avoid going in that way where you know the yummy food is going to be. And I'm going to explain that in a second, what I mean. And accept it. The last one, accept it. Yeah, there are going to be times happening that you're going to go eat something bad. Accept it. That's okay. So there are three things. Alone सिर्फ willpower के basis पे अगर आप सोचो कि मेरी willpower बहुत strong है, how strong you're going to have willpower? I mean, there are times it's going to happen. So distract yourself, avoid the route, and accept it. So I'm going to give you what I call my 6-point plan or whatever, 5-point plan to beat temptation. The first one, like I said, is distraction. Distraction is more effective than willpower many times. I'm going to share some interesting, as per, I guess, time permits. I'm going to share some interesting. There was a psychologist back in 1970. It was pretty interesting. So keep listening. I was pretty interesting to hear, listen to all these things. So there was a psychologist in 1970 called Walter Mischel. I'm going to just call him by the name of Mischel. Okay, so there was a psychologist का नाम था Walter Mischel. He did bunch of studies to figure out what is temptation, what is control, what is willpower, and what not. So what he did, he placed a cookie in front of a group of children. उसने सारे बच्चों के सामने एक cookie रख दी, and then gave them a choice that they could eat the cookie immediately, or they could wait until he returned. वो उसने बोला कि I'm going to leave the room for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. I'm going to come back. If you wait for 20 minutes, when I come back, instead of one, I'm going to give you 2 cookies. Okay? So, what he did, बहुत सारे बच्चे बैठे थे कमरे में, सबके सामने he put a cookie in front of all of the kids. Okay? And then he said, is either you can eat the cookie right now, I'm going to leave the room, you can eat the cookie right now, or you wait 20 minutes, and when I come back, I'm going to have you eat 2 cookies. You can have 2 cookies at that time. And let's see what happened. We'll talk about that. Let's go take some calls. We're going to be talking to Ricky from Fremont. Hi, Ricky. How are you?
Yeah, hi, good.
Yes, how can we help?
I have a question for you.
Yes, go ahead with the question, please.
Yeah, so I was listening to you, and just now you saw give an example of like keeping those things out of your view when you come back from office, all junk food and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So in such situation, what should you eat? I mean, what's ideal food? Because when you're not eating the regular meal, what we should eat? Because usually it happens when you come back from office, you live hungry, right? And you actually don't eat dinner directly. So what's the recommended kind of a food you should eat?
Right. In fact, I was going to talk about that, but I can probably give you some suggestions. One is that, you know what, it's all about mind. At that time, it's a mind game. More than it's a stomach game or a hunger game, it's a mind game. If you would have trained your mind already that when I go home, I'm not going to go snack on that bhujia or that namkeen or those cookies or whatever that you eat when you go home, I'm going to eat something else, you'll be fine. But if you enter home without any planning, let's put it this way. And one simple example would be fruit. Okay, and I'm going to put it this way. Let's say you go home empty stomach. वहाँ पे 2 चीजें पड़ी हैं. एक जगह नमकीन पड़ा है और एक जगह I don't know, full cantaloupe pada. Now at that time, cantaloupe is yummy, very yummy. But उस time आप बोलो कि अब मैं उठा के cantaloupe काटूंगा, खाऊंगा, कौन खाएगा, what's going to happen? All you do is you pick up the namkeen rather, because that's easier. So all I'm saying is that make it easy. So if you could cut up the cantaloupe the night before, so it is appealing. When you go back home, it's going to be very appealing to cantaloupe as long as it's cut up. But at that time, जब temptation इतनी high है और resistance बहुत कम है, at that time making a decision, I'm going to go cut up the thing right now. So the point was that plan ahead. So both things taste good, but that time you don't want to do any planning. All you want to have the namkeen and put it in a bowl and start eating at that time because that's easier for you. But if you had something ready in a very visualizing way set up in maybe a fruit plate or some cut up fruit or some healthy snack in the fridge right in front of you when you reached home, you'll probably pick it up. But at that time, asking you to go cut a cantaloupe or cut an apple and eat at that time, that's probably not going to happen. So plan ahead. That's one thing. So what next you could munch on is when you go home, maybe a mix of handful nuts, but it can be a mix more than maybe a fistful. Okay, it's way better than eating something junk. But again, another suggestion would be eat pista with the shell on, as opposed to eating pistas, or even that applies to peanuts, right? So as opposed to getting like the peanuts ki hum seedha nikal ke kha rahe hain, this are very easy to overdo them, or even pistas. So get the ones with the shell on. So you sit down, you take a bowl for the shells, you take a bowl for the pistas in it, and you munch on one at a time, because you're going to take time to break it. You're going to cut your calories maybe 1/3. You'll just eat 1/3 than what you would have eaten. So get stuff with shell on that you can take your time to munch on. Another idea would be bhuna chana. Those kale bhune chane jo milte hain with the chilka on, those are a fantastic healthy snack. Again, portion control is important at any time, but do some planning ahead. So there are 3 or 4 options available when you reach home, because if they're not, at that time, you're just hungry. You want something, and whatever comes your way, you're going to take it.
Yeah, I know. Okay, thanks a lot for the suggestion.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling. Okay, so story number 408-912-5565. अगर आप कॉल करके क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहते हैं, again, MahaLoser contest, where I will be a coach for a 2-month program, whatever it takes. We have men and women, of course, participating. You can participate, in this program if you have a teenager kid that you want to bring along with you, or a younger kid, and make them be a part of this contest and get them all competitive, or do a family contest. That's perfectly fine. So again, the MahaLoser contest is open to men, women, and also younger kids. If you're interested in being a part of this contest, it is starting this weekend, called MahaLoser, organized by Rachna's Wellness, RWC, and it is starting this weekend, April 9th. If you're interested in being a part of this contest, आप call कर सकते हैं. Again, to mention, if you're not available to come down on a specific day to my center in Sunnyvale, I can always have you pick a different date. Or if you just absolutely cannot come down, or you live somewhere away, or you just know of someone, your friend or family that lives back in India or somewhere else, you can always forward information to them. Like I mentioned, all my programs can actually be done remotely. So I will be coaching them, exercising with them, and of course, everything else is followed. Jahan se wo rehte hain, they don't have to come down. All they'll need is a little space and one free weight, one dumbbell with them, and that's all they need. I do not use any equipment in any of these sessions. So it's a complete 2-month contest, where of course the goal is to get as much weight in inches off, and of course win prizes at the same time. So again, the MahaLoser contest is starting this weekend, April 9th. Registration के लिए आप call कर सकते हैं 408-320-8111. Again, 408-320-8111. Or you can always give us contact us to my website, Rachna Radio, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com. Facebook के थ्रू भी आपको हमारी कॉन्टेक्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलेगी. Facebook पे go find Rachna Radio, actually, RACHNA, Rachna Radio. आप Facebook ढूंढ सकते हैं. Again, if you want to watch some of my videos, you can always go and watch me on my YouTube page. YouTube पे हमारा page है Rachna's Wellness. Go find me, watch some videos. I've made a lot of healthy recipe videos, some cooking videos, some sharing ideas and tips and whatnot. So Rachna's Wellness on YouTube. And, watch my videos, give them a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and, let me know what other videos would you want to watch about health and fitness. So. Okay, so getting back to the show, I know I have a lot of interesting topic. I don't know how much time permits, but I really wanted to get into this and talk about this. So like I talked about, willpower is important, right? Willpower is very much important. But at the same time, sometimes more than willpower, distraction is important. So I was talking about the psychologist. There are about 6 or 7 of these different experiments he did. So the first one was sharing about, so what he did. So again, the point proves that distraction is more important than willpower. So again, I'll go back and quickly explain the experiment again. So there's a psychologist back in 1970s. They बहुत सारे अलग-अलग experiments किए थे to figure out what is more important, distraction, willpower, commitment and whatnot. So उसने बच्चों के सामने, उसका नाम था वॉल्टर मिशेल, तो उसने बच्चों के सामने, बहुत सारे बच्चे थे, उनके सामने एक कुकी रख दी और सबको कहा, you can eat the cookie right away. That's okay with me. I'm going to go leave the room and I'm going to come back in 15-20 minutes. And when I come back, either you can eat the cookie now, or you can wait until I come back, and instead of giving you one cookie, I'm actually going to reward you with another cookie. So you get 2 cookies. Okay. And so that was the experiment. If they didn't wait, however, they'll be allowed to eat only the first one. That means they're not going to be getting the second cookie if they didn't wait, if they ate it immediately. Okay. What happened? What would you think would have happened? Not surprisingly, once he left the room, most of the children ate the cookie almost immediately because सामने थी उनके. A few though resisted eating the first cookie long enough to receive the second. And what this person, or the Michelle is his name of the psychologist, he termed these children the high delay children. How did they succeed? High delay. They had somehow in the brain how to introduce delay. How did they succeed? How did these little kids resist themselves to wait for another 20 minutes and eat and then get another cookie. So they're called high delay children. Instead of focusing prolonged attention on the object on they were waiting on, they avoided looking at it. That's what the kids did. Interesting. So he tried to figure out कि उन्होंने किया क्या? How did they avoid themselves? How did they wait for 20 minutes? Most of them in the room were eating cookies in front of them, but they somehow figured out, I'm going to wait. So how did this succeed? So what the psychologist found out that instead of focusing prolonged attention on the object, कि उसको देखते रहो बैठ के cookie को, कि कब मिलेगी, कब खाएंगे, they avoided looking at it at all. Some of them, in fact, what he did, he was watching the kids from a different distance that the kids didn't know. So what he saw, the kids didn't eat the cookies. They covered the eyes with their hands, rested their, it's kind of cute, rested their heads on their arms, or found some other techniques, whatever, for averting their eyes from looking at the cookies. In other words, distraction is superior to willpower many times. तो हमने willpower तो उनको मन था खाने का, but more than willpower, it was a distraction. They distracted themselves by not looking at the cookies. To resist the tempting pleasure, you have to find a way not to resist it, but to distract yourself from it. How do we do that? That's important. Another question. अब बोलेंगे किससे distract करें? हम घर में जाते हैं नमकीन पड़ा होता है, हम distract कैसे करें? Okay, so that leads me to my second point. So the first one was distraction. The second one was, how do we distract ourselves? And that is, you distract yourself with another pleasure, another distraction, another pleasure. That is how you distract yourself. So the second point, which brings me to, is the most effective way to distract yourself from one pleasure is with another pleasure. If eating cookie or namkeen is pleasureful for you, you go distract yourself with another pleasure. So again, in the second study, I think we have just a little time, but I still want to talk maybe one more. So he did a bunch of these interesting experiments. It's pretty interesting to read, and I want to share that with you. So in the second study, उसने क्या किया? He placed, I think we have just a little. This one is a long one. I'll probably share that next time. It's a long one, but there are about 5 or 6 interesting ones. But I found all of them, the experiments by the psychologists, pretty interesting, and how it's like I was telling the other person who's called, it's all a mind game. It's more than a distraction कि आपके first of all आपके पेट ने नहीं आपको बोला कि आपको भूख लगी है, right? It's all in the brain. So we'll talk about a bunch of these interesting experiments that he did back in 1917. Share that with you probably next Wednesday. But since we don't have enough time to talk about it in detail, so I'll probably save it for my next time. So towards the end of the show, getting here, आप सुन रहे थे Rachna को Rachna's Fitness Show पे. If you have a question about me health से related, nutrition से related, weight loss से related, आप definitely मुझे contact कर सकते हैं. I'll be happy to talk to you over the phone. You can always come and visit me, visit my center. Physically, I'm located in Sunnyvale, California में. Agar aap interested hai to come and meet me, to come and talk about all the different programs. We also do personalized desi meal plans or personalized nutrition plans if that's what you're looking for. I'll be more than happy. Again, if you don't want desi plans, I also do non-desi plans. But, based upon your goals, we can set up plans accordingly. So again, the number to get in touch with me is 408-320-8111. Again, 408-320-8111. And again, the MahaLoser contest, which I'm pretty excited about, starting this weekend. As the name says it all, MahaLoser. That means the person loses the most inches and the weight. So the participants, of course, are going to be participating. And of course, the winners are going to be chosen based upon the percentage of their total body weight lost. कितना उन्होंने weight lose किया based on the total body weight that they have. So I think that's a fair thing to make as opposed to total pound, because every person has different amounts of weight, different amount of weight to lose. So personal weight loss pay, it's called my MahaLoser contest, organized by RWC, Rachna's Wellness Center. And if you're interested in being a part of this contest, get competitive, all I can say, get on the bandwagon, give me a call, get registered, be excited. Let's see how much we can do, what we can do in this 2-month frame. Make friends, bring them along. Like I said, you're going to first of all make a lot of friends over there, because we have very good fun environment. You'll make a lot of friends there yourself. Make friends, get competitive. Let's see what we can do in a 2-month time frame. It's a 2-month contest. Starts this weekend, called the MahaLoser. Again, to get registered, it's a complete program where we're going to be working on exercise and nutrition plans, desi meal plans, motivation, which is the key to any successful program, that you have to stay on track. You have to stay motivated. जब आपको दिखेगा हर हफ्ते आपका weight कम हो रहा है, हर आपके inches कम हो रहे हैं, and you're getting closer to maybe being the winner, or at least losing weight for yourself, it is an amazing feeling. So the MahaLoser contest is starting this weekend, which is April 9th. If that date does not suit you, I'll definitely call Karsit. I'll be happy to give you an alternate session to come in for your initial sessions. And you can also be part of this contest remotely. If you do not live local and you want to still be part of this contest, you're definitely welcome to be part of this contest remotely. If you want to pass information to your friends and family, again, the MahaLoser contest from Rachna's Wellness starts this weekend, April 9th. You can always go and play, go to my website and get registered, Rachna Radio, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com, or give me a call at 408-320-8111. I'll be again here next Wednesday. Until then, keep fit and keep working out.